What if I shared a secret that could change how you age, turning those golden years into something truly vibrant and independent? Imagine this. Instead of struggling to tie your shoelaces or needing a hand to stand up from your favorite armchair at 80, you're out there chasing after your grandkids in the park, laughing without a care. It sounds almost too good to be true, but here's the reality most folks overlook. After we hit 60, our muscles start fading away at a sneaky rate of 3 to 8% every single year. That's like watching your strength slip through your fingers without even noticing. But the good news? You can fight back, and it doesn't take hours at a fancy gym or buckets of money on gadgets. Just 15 minutes a day with 5 straightforward exercises can rewind the clock on your body's wear and tear, slashing your risk of falls by up to 45% and keeping you steady on your feet. These aren't grueling workouts. They're simple moves you can sneak in while catching up on your evening news or waiting for the kettle to boil. Before we jump in, pause for a second and reflect on something in your routine that's gotten tougher lately. Maybe it's bending down to pick up the newspaper, or you find yourself gripping the banister extra tight on the stairs. If that rings a bell, drop a ice in the comments below. And if you're tuning in for a parent, spouse, or friend who's facing these challenges, type caring, because looking out for each other is the heart of staying strong together. Oh, and if you haven't already, smash that subscribe button and ring the bell so you catch every practical tip to boost your vitality and keep moving with ease. Alright, let's dive right into these game changers. Let's kick things off with an exercise so basic you might wonder if it's really doing anything, but trust me, calf raises are like hidden superheroes for your legs. You see, as we get older, our calves play a bigger role than we give them credit for. They're often called the second heart, because they help pump blood back up from your feet to your ticker. Picture this. Your main heart is working overtime to circulate blood against gravity, especially in your lower body. Weak calves mean sluggish blood flow, leading to that heavy, tired feeling in your legs, maybe even some swelling after a long day. But when you strengthen them, everything flows better. You feel more energized, less puffy, and ready to tackle a walk around the block without dragging. The best part? You don't need a single piece of equipment or a special spot. Do them standing in line at the grocery store, during your morning tooth-brushing ritual, or even in the kitchen while dinner simmers. Here's how to nail it. Grab onto the back of a solid chair, not that rickety one from the attic, for a light balance assist. Feet hip-width apart. Slowly rise up on your tiptoes like you're peeking over a garden wall to see what's next door. Feel that tight squeeze in the back of your lower legs. That's the magic happening. Hold it there for a count of 2. Don't rush, then ease back down even slower, taking about 3 seconds. Why the slow descent? That's where your muscles build real resilience, fighting gravity and getting tougher. Breathe out as you lift, in as you lower, like you're exhaling the effort and inhaling calm. Aim for 10 reps to start, but remember, it's not a race. 5 done with perfect form beat a dozen sloppy ones any day. If you're wobbling or can't stand long, no sweat. Sit down and lift just your heels while keeping toes glued to the floor. Still gets the blood pumping and wakes those muscles up. Avoid the trap of leaning too much on the chair. It's there for steadiness, not to hold you up. Over time, you'll notice your steps feel lighter, your balance sharper, and those everyday tasks like climbing curbs or standing at the sink become effortless. It's like giving your legs a daily tune-up, preventing that gradual slowdown that creeps up on so many. Moving on to something that targets a spot we all take for granted, your glutes. These aren't just cushion for sitting, they're the engine room for standing tall, striding confidently, and powering through stairs without huffing. But in our chair-bound world, from office desks to cozy sofas, these muscles can go dormant, what experts dub glute amnesia. It's no joke. It leads to nagging lower back aches, hip stiffness, and that wobbly feeling when you try to get up quickly. Reactivating them with glute bridges is gentle yet potent, like flipping a switch to reignite your core power. No need for a gym mat if you don't have one. Your bed or carpet works fine, as long as you can lie down comfortably. Start flat on your back, knees bent, feet planted about as wide as your hips, arms relaxed by your sides. Now, pretend there's a crisp dollar bill you're trying to pinch between your cheeks. Silly visual, but it cues the right squeeze. Push through your heels to lift your hips skyward, forming a straight ramp from knees to shoulders. Don't overdo the height, you're building a sturdy bridge for a stroll, not a towering arch. Exhale as you rise, that breath out engages your belly muscles for extra support, and hold for 3 seconds at the top, feeling the burn in those glutes. Then, lower with control, resisting the drop to maximize the strength gain. If full lifts feel daunting at first, just focus on the squeeze. Contract those muscles hard for 5 seconds without lifting. It's still firing up the connections in your brain to those sleepy spots. For a step up once you're comfy, try hovering 1 foot an inch off the ground during the hold. It amps the challenge and evens out any side imbalances. Breathe steadily, in to prep, out to lift, and you'll avoid straining. This move isn't just about muscle, it's about safeguarding your back, easing hip tension, and making movements like getting out of a low chair feel natural again. Think of it as insurance against the aches that sideline too many people, letting you enjoy gardening or playing with pets without second thoughts. Now, let's shift focus to your upper back. Because here's a truth bomb: most of us don't need beefier chests, we need robust backs to counter all that forward hunching from screens, driving, and daily reaches. Over years, this pulls shoulders forward into what I like to call question mark posture. Head jutting out like you're perpetually puzzled. It's more than cosmetic, it squeezes your breathing space, sparks headaches, and tightens your neck. Enter scapular retractions, a fancy term for simply drawing your shoulder blades together, like giving your posture a firm nudge back to alignment. You can do this seated in your living room chair or standing against a wall. For a straight reference, keep it upright, no slouching spots. Arms up to shoulder level, elbows bent at 90 degrees, like you're framing a goalpost. Then, pull those elbows back, imagining pinching a walnut right between your blades. But don't just yank, guide them down and together, as if sliding them into imaginary pockets on your back. Hold that squeeze for 5 seconds, breathing easy all the while. Don't tense up and forget to inhale. Release slowly, and repeat for 10. The muscles here, your rhomboids and traps, are posture's unsung heroes, pulling everything into line for better airflow, fewer pains, and that confident, youthful stance. Steer clear of shrugging shoulders toward your ears, keep them low for pure back work. Slip this in during TV time, at your desk, or even while chatting. Tiny habits that add up to big changes, like less fatigue from poor alignment and more ease in hugging loved ones or reaching shelves. Don't scroll away yet if push-ups make you groan. We're flipping the script on them to make them accessible and life-changing. Forget boot camp drills. These modified versions build the push power you need for real stuff, like hoisting yourself from bed or rising after a tumble, preserving that precious independence. Start with wall push-ups. Stand an arm's length from a blank wall, hands flat at shoulder height and width. Lean in slowly, then press back out, keeping your body plank straight, no sagging belly or hiking hips. Lower till your nose nearly grazes the wall. Pause a beat, then push with control. Inhale down, exhale up for that core boost. Begin with 5-10, building to 15 before progressing to a higher surface like a kitchen counter, then maybe a sturdy step stool. The lower you go, the tougher it gets, but always prioritize form over reps. If wrists twinge, fist your hands or use rolled towels under palms. For mid-level, try chair push-ups on the seat, feet walked back to angle your body. Same straight line rule. This compound move hits chest, arms, shoulders, and core simultaneously, mimicking falls recovery and daily pushes. It's not vanity, it's vitality. Reducing injury risks and empowering you to handle life's little demands solo. Our last powerhouse tackles a sneaky thief of mobility: lost spinal twist. Everyday actions: checking blind spots, driving, slipping on a shirt, glancing back at a friend. Rely on this rotation, yet it's overlooked in most routines. Ignore it, and your world shrinks. You pivot your whole frame awkwardly, dodging twists and courting strains when they're unavoidable. Seated spinal twists restore that fluid motion safely. Perch on a chair, feet flat and grounded for anchor. Hand on opposite knee, gently rotate your torso, gazing over the shoulder like spotting a bird behind you. Twist from the mid-back, keep it easy to avoid pulls. Inhale tall, exhale into the turn for muscle release, holding 15-20 seconds per side. Repeat 5 times each way. For more, extend the top arm back during the twist, reaching as if grabbing something just out of sight. Never force it, gains come gradually, varying by day. Weave this into routines like post-dinner stretches or car exits, expanding your comfort zone and warding off stiffness that limits joy. Tying it all together, these 5, calf raises, glute bridges, scapular retractions, push-ups and twists, form a symphony for aging gracefully, but flexibility is key. Carve out 15 minutes. For calf raises, 10-15 reps x2, while coffee perks even inches for 12x2 on bed anytime. For retractions, 10x2 5-sec holds, push-ups 5-10 building to 2 sets, and twists 5 side 15-sec holds, or scatter them. Calves with hygiene, retractions in adds, twists after eats. Hit 4-5 days weekly, resting to rebuild. Track feelings over numbers, easier rises, steadier gait, looser shoulders, that's progress. Synergy shinies, better circulation fuels energy, posture eases pain. Glutes stabilize, all compounding for independence. This isn't rewinding youth, it's embracing age with power and grace. Which move calls to you first? Comment below like if it resonated, and subscribe for more. Your challenge: 1 exercise daily for a week. Watch the momentum build, you'll marvel at the shift. Keep pushing forward, strength awaits at any age.